After the whistle starts at STA Stadium, where Williamsport are punting from their own end zone, but it's blocked. Hollidaysburg scrambles to keep the ball in bounds, and they grab it for a touchdown. Let's watch that back in slow motion, already behind, and number 1 puts his hands up. That ball is deflected. His teammates are looking to keep the ball in bounds for that easy 6 points. Hello and welcome to After the Whistle. With playoffs just a few weeks away, every game matters. We'll bring you all the highlights from around the area. Live from University Park, I'm Quinn O'Leary.
And I'm Massimo Bonagorio. We've got big man interceptions, undefeated teams trying to stay perfect, and Penn State football's biggest decision in their history. Right here on After the Whistle. Our game of the week takes us to Tiger Stadium as the Bishop Guilfoyle Marauders take on the Clearfield Bison for the first time ever. A big game with playoff implications. We start with the first drive of the game where Jake Kissel takes off for a 72-yard run. Kissel's first of 2 rushing touchdowns of the game. Look at him go. He's just going all the way and all the way to the end zone. Later in the second quarter, though, tied at 7. Clearfield had a chance to take a 3-point lead, but it doinks off the goalpost, and the game would stay tied. First play of the second half, BG goes for an onside kick, and they would recover it. Marauders would end this drive with another missed field goal. Clearfield down 7 with the game on the line. Xavier Curry lobs the ball to the end zone, but ends in the hands of Tyson Listocki, sealing a Marauders win. The Marauders would survive this nail-biter to win 20-13. Bishop Guilfoyle will now take on Bishop McCourt in the Laurel Highlands Championship, and Clearfield will await their next opponent. Our Game of the Week reporter, Zach Miller, took the drive over to Tiger Stadium for this matchup. Zach, what'd you see?
Yeah, Massimo, we saw a tale of 2 run-heavy offenses, and this play style would effectively decide the game. Tonight, BG faced Clearfield for the first time. And with both teams coming in on big winning records, we knew this game would be a nail-biter.
They were doing some stuff early on offense, away from some of their tendencies that we needed to adjust to. So, and we told our guys it's about effort in the second half. And we've won a lot of games in the fourth quarter. So we have a great group of guys. They trust each other, and we thought we made some good changes, and our guys believe in it. And, they really came to play in the second half.
The first half was a slow struggle, but halftime seemed to light a fire under Bishop Guilfoyle, as Jake Kissel would put on a masterclass of how to play all sides of the ball. Due to injury, Kissel has bounced around the depth chart from QB to running back to tight end, along with crashing the line of scrimmage as a defensive end. A win for Bishop Guilfoyle has them in the Laurel Highlands Conference Championship next week. You saw a familiar face, Jake Kissel, as he had his hand in 3 touchdown plays on the night.
It's just that fourth quarter mentality, man. At BG, we push through all the hardships, and if you're tired, you just got to keep pushing forward. So that was our motto in the fourth quarter, and we got the job done.
He's incredible. I say it all the time. When you come to a game and come to watch us play, you know Jake's name, and you expect him to do great things, and somehow he surprises you.
Midway through the season, Kissel sat at over 7 yards per carry, along with 17 total touchdowns, and continued this trend.
He means everything. He's a leader. He runs the ball when we need him to, and he tackles and makes plays on defense when we need him to.
Both Kissel and Listocki led the Marauders in a hard-fought win. Another week of Jake Kissel showing his talents on the field along with his humbleness. Back to you guys at the desk.
Last week, Bald Eagle jumped back into the win column, and now they head on the road to face a struggling Central team. Who's going to come out on top? Jumping into action, moves are not for me.
I could not do that.
Definitely not. Bald Eagles quarterback Graydon Fisher keeps the ball crossing the field and bouncing off defenders. He takes it 40 yards to the house, tying the game at 7 late in the first quarter. Still in the first, Jesse Muther sends it right to the hands of Jacob Gardner, the big man taking it down the field.
Put him at wide receiver.
But the Eagles had to settle for 3 to put them up 10-7 at the half. Now early in the third quarter, Muther shovel passes to Brooks Decker for the 16-yard score, making it 13-10. The Dragons defended their castle, winning 26-25. Central jumps to 3-6, while Bald Eagle falls to 4-5.
The 3-5 Bellefonte Red Raiders take the trip to Bellwood-Antis to face off against the even 4-4 Blue Devils. After a scoreless first quarter, though, we pick up in the second quarter, where Bellwood-Antis' Braden Partner fakes the handoff and pump fakes before going deep to Jeffrey Waite for the 37-yard touchdown, making it 7-0 Blue Devils after an extra point. Bellefonte looking to respond, facing 3rd and 12. Quarterback Quinn Park airs it out to Alton Howell, who gets 17 to move the chains. The drive would later stall out on 4th and down, where Caleb Bartley mishandles the snap and Bellwood-Antis would recover the ball at midfield. The Blue Devils would drive the field and cash in the takeaway as Braden Partner sneaks it in 14-0 after the extra point. Bellwood-Antis snaps their 2-game losing skid with the 22-0 shutout over Bellefonte. Bellwood-Antis improves to 5-4 on the year. Bellefonte drops to 3-6 and awaits their league crossover opponent for next week.
Coming up, we have more highlights from the area.
But first, let's take a look at some scores from around District 6. Welcome back to After the Whistle. We still have plenty of District 6 action to cover.
But first, some important changes from the PIAA.
Du Bois had to move their game from Friday night to Thursday night this week due to a referee shortage. Over the last 10 years, there has been a decline in high school sports officials. Although it is hard to pinpoint exactly why, reasons include poor treatment and less teenagers starting to ref to begin with.
When I need to find a replacement ref, it takes me 10, 20 phone calls before I finally find a replacement. We need more guys to do it.
After nearly 4 decades with the PIAA, Executive Director Bob Lombardi is retiring. During his time with the PIAA, Lombardi acted as one of the founding creators of the annual Officials Convention, which celebrated 30 years strong in 2025. He also oversaw the 6-class expansion in 2016, allowing the PIAA to sanction 3 new sports: competitive spirit, girls wrestling, and girls flag football. His retirement goes into effect December 31st, 2025, and Chief Operating Officer Mark Byers will succeed him as the next executive director.
The Huntington Bearcats are just a few weeks away from making their first playoff appearance of the decade. They host the struggling Penn Valley area Rams. Sparks are flying at Veterans Memorial Field, where the Huntington Bearcats are getting ready to go. Huntington quarterback Reese Hughes throws it up, completing the pass to Evan Edmiston, who easily takes it in for the touchdown, knocking over the Penn Valley defense. Later in the first, it's Hughes again, but this time his throw is blocked and caught by Cale Smith, who breaks through the Bearcats defense and runs it all the way for the house for the pick 6. In the second quarter, Rams quarterback Fletcher Ironside lobs it up, and it's grabbed by Wyatt Query. The big man wrestles it downfield, trudging through the defense before finally being taken down by a combined effort from 2 Huntington players. After being tied 7-7 at half, the Bearcats would ultimately take the game, winning 35-23. The Rams couldn't get their second win of the season, and they're now 1-8, where the Bearcats have improved to 7-2.
Hollidaysburg Golden Tigers travel to face the Williamsport Millionaires, looking to rob the bank. Golden Tigers, starting with the ball, took the opening drive straight into Millionaires territory. Running back Carter Muff takes the handoff and runs up the middle for the 48-yard TD to take the early lead.
Nobody's going to catch him.
Most definitely. Second quarter, Williamsport punting from their own end zone, and it's blocked by Josh Banks. The ball stays inbounds. Finally, Isaac Wallace jumps on it to secure the touchdown.
Now that's a top play.
Millionaires on their own 18, Giovanni White behind center scans the field, and it's picked off by Vincent Consiglio, running it all the way to the house. It was 48-0 Hollidaysburg at the half, keeping Williamsport without a first down in the first 2 quarters. They go on to win 69-6, a whopping score. Golden Tigers keep their winning streak, and they cash a check before they face Du Bois at home next week.
The Phillipsburg Osceola Mountaineers travel for the second week in a row to face the Tyrone Golden Eagles. Both teams are 4-4 and fighting for the last 3A playoff spot. Homecoming queen Elena Woomer was crowned before the game kicked off. Then Eli Woomer hands it off to Caleb Whitby, who breaks a tackle and flies by all of the Mounties to stroll in for an easy score, putting Tyrone up 7 early in the first. Playing both sides of the ball now is quarterback Eli Woomer. He intercepts his opposing quarterback to take over on PO's red zone possession. Wow, what a play there by the quarterback playing cornerback, and we have one happy bird there on the sideline. Late in the second, though, new quarterback Ben Walk pump fakes, then airs the ball out to Mason Amy, who gets up for the grab, then breaks a few more tackles to fall into the end zone to extend Tyrone's lead to 14-0. The Golden Eagles took home the victory, beating the Mountaineers 28-7. Tyrone moves to 5-4, and PO drops to 4-5. Both their opponents for next week will be determined soon. In a bit, we'll bring you an update on Penn State football's monumental coaching change.
But for now, we'll bring you more scores from outside District 6.
I get it. Like, look, I'm not trying to, like, lie to y'all. Like, we all know we want to win. He wants to win in the worst way. He's working his hardest to do that. And to see it end that way, you never want that.
That was Athletic Director Pat Kraft announcing that Drew Aller will be out for the remainder of the season. Unfortunate to see Drew's season come to a close like that.
It's really sad, especially that was the last snap that he'll ever play in a Penn State Nittany Lion jersey. ESPN's Pete Thamel reports that Drew just went in under a successful surgery on his ankle, and we're wishing him the best in his recovery journey. It's official. After more than a decade with the Nittany Lions, the James Franklin era has come to an end. With Franklin gone, the future of Penn State's football roster has also taken a hit. Brooke Casey has more.
After 3 consecutive losses to unranked teams and a season-ending injury for starting quarterback Drew Aller, Penn State has fired head coach James Franklin. Fire Franklin! Just hours after athletic director Pat Kraft announced Franklin's departure, the ripple effects began as several top recruits decommitted from Penn State, including 5-star running back Keem Spell, the nation's top prospect, along with 4-star receiver Khalil Taylor, who decommitted just days before Franklin's firing.
The recruiting world has changed. I mean, student athletes are flipping and going everywhere. And look, I'm not going to be naive. I probably know that every Power 4 conference, every Power 4 team has reached out to our student athletes already.
Despite the hits to Penn State's roster, for Kraft the move was necessary, and now he's counting on interim head coach Terry Smith to keep the team afloat during this transition.
One of the reasons why I was comfortable in doing this now is because of Terry. Terry's an elite recruiter.
Known as one of college football's best recruiters, Smith has helped build nearly 3/4 of the current roster. Now he's focused on reminding prospects and players what makes Penn State so special.
One thing that hasn't changed is Penn State. And so we're going to recruit the young men that want to be here. And when we suit up come 2026 with a new roster, they're going to be equipped and ready to go.
Penn State begins its national coaching search looking for a leader who can embrace the realities of modern college football and help build back trust in the program.
Recruiting will always be a pillar here. We want someone who will attract elite talent, retain players in the NIL era, and make Penn State a destination.
Penn State's recruiting picture may look shaky, but for now the focus is on the locker room and keeping the team together before Saturday's matchup in Iowa.
The young men in that locker room. You can hate me, you can hate James, rally around them. They deserve it. That's who Penn State is.
Reporting for After the Whistle, I'm Brooke Casey.
James Franklin will make his first media appearance since his firing tomorrow during College Game Day on ESPN. Definitely going to be interesting to see what he has to say, Quinn.
Definitely, Moss. I mean, we're all on the edge of our seats for this one.
It's crazy.
We have more on Penn State from our reporter, Erin Riley.
Thanks, guys. Following last week's loss, the Nittany Lions found themselves in even more trouble. With major changes to both the depth chart and the coaching staff, this team has been scrambling to prepare for this week's matchup against the Iowa Hawkeyes. The Nittany Lions opened the season ranked number 2 in the AP poll, and for the first 3 weeks looked every bit like national title contenders. But after 3 straight losses to Oregon, UCLA, and Northwestern, Penn State now sits 3-3 outside the top 25. The program's struggles reached a breaking point this week when head coach James Franklin was dismissed after 12 seasons in Happy Valley. In his place, associate head coach Terry Smith will take over.
And got us to be a relevant program again. And we don't take that for granted.
Penn State enters the game as the underdog. The Hawkeyes are favored by 3.5 according to ESPN, but Coach Smith says the team's focused on performance, not results.
One thing I won't accept is a lack of effort. And the guys know that.
In Penn State's last matchup against Northwestern, quarterback Drew Aller was carted off the field after a fourth quarter hit. Franklin announced after the game that Aller would be done for the year. With Aller out, freshman Ethan Grunkemeyer will start for the Nittany Lions on Saturday.
He and I have been thrust into a role that neither one of us saw coming for this week.
Whatever Coach K dials up, I'm ready for.
Some of the team feel responsible for getting their coach fired.
We all failed Coach Franklin, right? That's why he's not here. We failed him. And so we have to take ownership in that.
Smith says the players want to pay tribute to their former coach.
We want to play for him. We want to play for us.
Considering the cards the Nittany Lions have been dealt this season, Penn State football is heading into uncharted territory. Kinnick Stadium is known as one of the most electric environments in the Big Ten. The Hawkeyes are looking to defend their home turf, while Penn State is determined to regroup and prove that they can compete on the road. With immense noise surrounding this program, this game has a lot on the line. Back to you, Massimo.
Thanks, Aaron. Penn State and Iowa will kick off on Peacock at 7:30 p.m. on Saturday. Quinn, what are you looking forward to in that matchup?
Hoping to turn things around. It's been an interesting start to my freshman year.
It has been.
It should be an interesting game at that. And speaking of interesting games, let's send it over to Isabel Negrini to count down our top 3 plays.
Thanks, Quinn. Tonight, many exciting plays took place under the bright lights of District 6 football. Let's take a look at this week's top 3 plays. Starting off, Phillipsburg Osceola quarterback Warren Rafferty throws the ball up into the hands of Tyrone defensive back Eli Woomer. Moving on to number 2, Huntington's Wyatt Query showed up in a massive interception play against the offense of Penn's Valley. That is one big play for one big guy. And next up for our top play of the week, Hollidaysburg defense absolutely dominated Williamsport in a huge blocked punt, resulting in a touchdown that contributed to their 69-6 victory. There were a lot of big plays this week by teams eyeing for those coveted playoff spots, but those were our top 3. Now back to you guys at the desk.
Well, it seems we can't count on the Nittany Lions, but we can count on District 6 football, can't we, Moss?
Especially, those big men, when they make plays like that, I love watching high school football when that happens.
I'm impressed. That is going to do it for us, though, this week on After the Whistle. For more updates about our show and our coverage of games, follow us on X, TikTok, and Instagram at ATWPSU. I'm Quinn O'Leary.
And I'm Massimo Bonagorio. Tune in next week for more highlights from around District 6 and, of course, Penn State football, right here on After the Whistle.